Hello and welcome to a World Trigger discussion. One of I don't know how many, but if I keep thinking up of more to discuss about World Trigger, I will definitely keep making these videos, especially if you enjoy them, and show that you enjoy them by hitting the like and subscribe button. So today I'm going to be talking about Yuma, one of the four main characters of World Trigger, and what will possibly happen to him in the future of World Trigger. Now, from what we know about Yuma, he is a neighbour. He's currently dying in his black trigger that was made from his father, so he has a limited amount of time left to live. So the initial thought is that Yuma and Osamu and Chika, on their away mission, or in the future beyond their away mission, that they will find a way to help Yuma recover and find a black trigger that will help, or new technology to help Yuma recover and become a whole human or a whole neighbour again, so he can possibly just be a permanent member of the team and they can go on more away missions, explore more of the world of World Trigger. However, my initial thought of what might happen to Yuma was slightly different from that. Now, my initial thought when I was thinking of Yuma and his condition, I was thinking about what happens on their away missions. Because as it is a shonen manga, there will be turmoil ahead, there will be tough times, especially in a manga such as World Trigger, where the main characters aren't exactly the strongest. Now, looking at Yuma and the fact that he's already dying, and I suspect he's been like this for many years. However, a theory of mine is that when they're out there on an away mission and they're in trouble, and that maybe Osamu is losing, they're all losing, that because Yuma is already dying, he is coming to the end of his life, he himself will become a black trigger for Osamu. Now, this is a wild shot in the dark. However, it is very plausible, because when talking about black triggers, it has been said that during wars between different nations, that when a losing nation has been pushed to a corner, there are those martyrs that sacrifice their lives to become black triggers and turn the tide against the enemy. So it is very plausible that during this war against neighbours and the away missions that are prevalent in the future of World Trigger, that Yuma will see that his life is ending and that there is no possible way to help that. So he sacrifices himself to save the team in the name of friendship and just in the name of justice. So I think this is a very plausible and very unique and exciting method that World Trigger could go towards. One, it will be a power-up for Osamu, who is notoriously weak, yet he might get compatible with Yuma's black trigger, and so it's a massive power-up, and you can find your own unique power in which his small amount of Trion can use and destroy the enemy. And as well as this, it brings depth and sorrow to the story. The fact that one of the main characters dies would be a drastic change in tempo, in thematics, as well as just tone of the story, and this would have a dramatic effect on Osamu more than anyone, because he's the one that's going to be using the black trigger, and this would then cause relations between Jin and Osamu, because Jin's black trigger came from his teacher, who he was obviously very close with. So both of them will then have a feeling of mutual existence, and we'll probably learn more about Jin for one. Then we might have a possibility of an arc of Osamu going through depression, going through the feelings of that his best friend was sacrificed because he, one, as a captain, could not provide a perfect plan or orders to help them win, as he is known to shoulder the burden of captain quite religiously, so it would have a very heavy toll on him as a character. As well as this, it gives a very defining and finite end to Yuma's character, because you could say plot armor happens and he survives and isn't dying anymore, or there's a very possibility that we never see the end of Yuma and what actually happens to him because of the author's condition, so it might very plausibly just end short after the away mission, as many have predicted. So if you want a very secure ending for Yuma, as we know that he's dying, and you either find a solution which might be done terribly, or you have this method in which he sacrifices himself and becomes a black trigger, which is emotional and fits the story of World Trigger so well, in the fact of showing a battlefield and showing what war is actually like. So I just thought this was a unique and different theory that I came up with, and I want to see what your guys' opinions are on this, because I think this would be a very nice way to see Yuma's character end. Although I do like Yuma's character and would like to see a very logical and plausible method in which he regains his life, because one, we don't know how slowly he's dying, we don't know what time he has left, so you can drag it out a long time, so this might happen very, very far in the future. However, I think it would be very big for the story to have this sort of plot twist and this outcome. I think it would really stick out among a lot of other shonens as well. So do tell me what you think about this theory of mine, and I'd love to talk to you guys in the comments and everything about this. So do like and subscribe. If you want me to make more World Trigger videos, like and subscribe, comment that, as well as the fact that tell me your own theories as well, because I'm very interested to see what you guys think about the future of World Trigger. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.